Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna have a walkthrough of all of the different embellishments that I have been making in the last few days, and I have been so inspired by my recent mail from my lovely friend Alicia here in Australia at Love Letter Generation. She has kindly gifted me many of the older Maggie Holmes collection pieces and things, and I was so inspired. Instead of putting them away, I decided to go ahead and tackle all the pieces. So she gifted me like cardstock stickers, mini chipboard pieces, like full chipboard sheets, and she's given me like puffy stickers and all sorts. Now, when I have a big sheet of chipboard stickers or large 6x12 sticker sheet, I do get a little bit overwhelmed because there are too many images in one big sheet. So what I like to do is I like to cut them apart. And when I mean cut them apart, is to cut it down to the size where I can just look at few of the things instead of too many all in one go. So this is what I did with the 6x12 cardstock sticker sheet. I've been cutting them down into different sections, and so I've been working it like that. I also had a gold. I love this color gold. I've been using it as a matte piece, and you will get to see through my layered embellishment pieces. And I cut this down to a half the size instead of looking at the whole 12-inch sheet. Then I have also used for this project some sticker pieces from here, like the puffy stickers. Now these ones I bought from Rosie's Studio, and they are excellent pieces to use just like enamel dots. This is what I also mean by cutting down the large cardstock sticker. I cut them down so I can easily see a few pieces I can use. I have also used some of this puffy stickers down here, some hot air balloons. Then here are some more sticker pieces that I've been using. And also she gifted me some of the packs of the sticker sheets. I think it was from the Heritage collection. And I have used some alpha stickers also. And I have used these flower pieces that were here and here. I've also used some sentiment word pieces from Rosie's Studio. This one I kept it like this because it wasn't so overwhelming, because it had lots of larger size pieces that I could easily take off to use. So I got to use all of those. Then I used some label pieces. Now, if you've been following me, you guys know I love layering label pieces. And when I mean label pieces, it means these sticker things here. It can come in a sticker form like this, or it can come in ephemera form or journaling card form, and I use those as well. I also got to use many of the clear word stickers, and I'll show you what I did with them. I also used some word pieces from Rosie's Studio, and I even got to use some of these decorative clear stickers as well. Before I go on, I want to share my absolute 4 favorite Nouveau drops or pops of colors and things. This is a Nouveau drop called Glitter Drops, and this is glitter drops called Gold Coast, which was actually gifted to me by my friend Aja in Cyprus. Now, I live in Gold Coast, Australia. I'm not sure if that's why I love this so much, but I absolutely adore this one so much. It's Nouveau Gold Coast, and it gives me all the shimmery sparkle I need. The next one I love is this one here. It's called Diamond Stickles. Now, this one doesn't give you the dimension as the Nouveau drops or the pops of color, but it does give you stunning shine, and you will get to see. I also absolutely love this color. This was also gifted to me, and I think I won. I think I grabbed one in a prize mail. I had one, and then I think I was also gifted one. And this one is Nouveau Crystal Drops in the color Bubblegum Blush. I mean, the name just sounds so nice, and I use these a lot. And this is the pops of color that you can get from scrapbook.com. This was also gifted to me in the past, and I love this gold glitter. So those are my absolute 4 go-tos that I use when I'm making embellishments, and I really wanted to show you guys these products. And I have also been using various thicknesses of foam. This is a foam tape that I received from Express-It here in Australia. I was part of the creator team, which my work will feature in January 2025 on their website. On their Instagram page and things. This is the oh my gosh, I love the thickness and the firmness of this Dollar Tree foam tape that was kindly sent to me by a lovely lady named Lou over in USA. I got to experience what it's like to use the Dollar Tree foam stickers, and boy, do I really love this firmness so much. So I got to use those. I also got to use this thinner thickness of the foam tape, which I bought at Bunnings Warehouse here in Australia, which is kind of like your DIY like woodworks and all of those garden things and kitchens and everything all in one roof. It's like a big warehouse. It's called Bunnings Warehouse here in Australia. So I got to use those. Then I also got to use this. Oh my gosh, I love this foam square. This was also gifted to me by Lou, and the thickness is so amazing. I don't have to double layer when I need to. I also got to use this that was gifted to me in one of my recent mails. This is a foam tape that my friend Catherine sent to me, and she says she bought it from Kmart Australia, and this is a wonderful foam tape as well. I also got to use thinner strips of foam. I love using this. This is also from my friend Aisha, and I believe she bought all of these foam strips from that European company, Craftelier. So if you live in Europe and you have access to Craftelier, oh my gosh, you need to grab some of these. I love that so much. So I really am so excited that I can show you what I use and how I use it. Now this is going to be a longish video because I really wanted to talk about how I put my embellishments together and how I use larger size ephemera pieces that a lot of people think it's really hard to use. For me, it's just, they are absolutely wonderful. I love using label pieces. Label pieces are often put aside. I use them all the time for my embellishment making. I absolutely love using frames. I love using tag pieces. I even use round circle pieces, and I have also used the difficult to use oval size pieces, and I am going to show you what I did with all of those. So let's start off with my pile of label pieces. Remember, my label pieces, when I say label pieces, I mean things like this, things like this I can also use as label piece. Things like this, they are just great. Things like this, but smaller size, that's label piece. And I also will show you some of my other label pieces that I like to use. Things like this. And this one I started layering, but I haven't got to finishing it off. See, it's just 2 pieces of labels with the foam tape in the middle. And those are what gives me so much inspiration. So let me start off with some. So some of my label pieces actually had a hole punched already. I think the company probably wanted us to use it as a tag piece, but I don't really use that as a tag piece. I use it as a label piece, and I layer. See, I've got like several sheets layered together with foam in between, and you can see that the foam thickness is very different in each layer. Some layers I don't do foam, sometimes I do layer for each level. This one I really wanted to shine all of the blue shades, so I did that, and this is the Nuvo, this one, Gold Coast drop here. So instead of buying all of the enamel dots, because they can be very expensive, I find the Nuvo drops to be very economical, and you can place them exactly where you want. without having to use a tweezer, which I really love. So this one, I used the Rosie Studio Puffy sticker. It says smile often. All it is, I've got 2 pieces of things to finish off my label. This one, I added them vertically in many different ways. So there's one there, another one there, another vellum piece there, and I had another little fish tail banner bit at the top sticking up against the screen. This one has many label pieces, 1, 2, and 3. Then I added the foam on top of the label pieces. Then I added this circular vellum to show this minty color through. Then I also used several different size stamp pieces, finished it off with the Nouveau Drop and the glittery butterfly. This one has 3 different strips, fishtail banner strips, all in kind of like slightly different direction, not on top of each other, but also mixing the color version with the vellum piece with the gold. And I used this beautiful flower that was made by Alicia. I simply added the heart to finish. This one here, I used the hole there and I added the spike. I thought it was a fun idea to do. It says life is lovely, and I used so many different banner pieces, fishtail banner pieces. Well, I call them label pieces because they also have like little middle bits where you can add the words in them. So I've got 1, 2, 3 there. Plus I used some gold sticker. When I mean gold sticker, I mean this one here. I layered them on top of the bottom one, and I also put one behind the sticker piece that says life is lovely. This is another flower one I decorated. And this one, I used the vellum piece as the very back piece. Now I am showing you all of these different versions so that you guys can go and find your so-called unwanted label pieces perhaps, and then you can actually make fun embellishments like this. See this one at the back? This was actually one piece, but I really wanted to show each side of this color. So I chopped it in half and spread it apart using the foam tape. See? Then I'll show you more bluey color. This one was a large floral piece, and I loved all the different shades of the blue, so I matched it with many different similar tones. Here is another one. This one is a slightly bigger one, but here I have double layered the label pieces there, which I started off from there. Then I started adding things on top and to the back and even further to the back, and it became this. See, you've got to I used 2 different floral images, and I also added the vellum piece in the middle in between these 2. And I used couple chipboard pieces. Now using chipboard pieces, sticker pieces, all of the different cardstocks that you have, if you combine them together, they become extra interesting. Now this one here is what I want to talk about. I really wanted to use that word, the sentiment that said one perfect day, but it was actually a clear sticker. So what I did was I backed it onto another cardstock sticker that actually had the gold foiling on it. And then I cut it off and made my own word ephemera piece to layer it onto here so you can clearly see the word. I really love it. This one, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite, I think. So pretty. So when you're using label pieces, okay, let me turn it to the back. So these were 2 sticker pieces. I layered them together to create my base. Then I added the foam on top of the 2 sticker pieces. Then I added other things on top. When you're doing embellishment layering, don't tell yourself that I can't do embellishment layering. What it is really is you experimenting whether it looks good in your eyes, not someone else's eyes, in your eyes. What makes you happy to layer, that's how you keep on doing. So you might be putting one piece against another, and if it doesn't look good, try to put it behind another piece, or maybe bring it forward. So you've got to experiment like that. This one here, I used several of the bigger size label pieces. I even used one of the ticket piece as a base, and I also combined it with the gold vellum piece. And I love combining different cardstocks and specialty things. This is a tiny one. Because it was a tiny label that I started off with, I added this to the back, I added foam to the top, I added another label piece, finished it off with a clear sticker. This is a goose sticker that I started from, and I wanted to use that word, you make life beautiful, so I added it onto one of the sticker pieces. This one, I combined several of the ticket piece and the stamp postage images to do this one here, but combining it with my label piece. And I backed the label piece that said love this with the gold sticker. This is a combination of tickets and postage stamp. I just simply finished it off with the pops of gold. And then here it says happiness every day. And this one says hello. Stay curious. Now this one here, I really started off doing this with, I'll show you that piece I was using. So I had the Maggie Holmes Heritage sticker sheet that had all of these flag pieces. Well, I thought they looked like flag pieces. So I wanted to use that as a base. So I started to add things to the left side and it became this. I love these. This is a combo of label and postage stamps. This is a combo of the scalloped, not scalloped, like a starburst edge rounded gold sticker that I layered things on top. And I also used some fishtail banner pieces. I know that this has traveling words on it, and it's also got like Christmas word underneath. But because I hid the major Christmas word part, it doesn't look like it's a Christmas embellishment anymore. So use all the pieces that you have. This is a tiny one. I combined little label pieces and tickets and vellum pieces to come up with this one. This is my green one. I absolutely love these so much. The next lot I'm going to show you is this one. See, that's where I used that flag cardstock. Now this bunch here I want to talk about is using the oval size. So I have oval embellishments to show you now. Now with the oval, you can use it horizontally or vertically. But in my experience, I found it to be more fun to decorate when I have the oval piece horizontally, then using other images vertically. So using vertical and horizontal is a really wonderful way to start layering. So I'm going to show you those. Here is another oval piece. See how there's an oval there? And I started using the taller vertical piece. And I added that flag piece to the back. And he's holding the camera that says awesome. This is another large oval chipboard piece that is actually meant to be like this. But I turned it this way and I decorated things on top. And this is where I used that Tim Holtz, Ranger stickles. See, on my rainbow. Look how pretty that is. Then I have this one here, which became a tag piece. So I can use this for my future tag flip. Here is another one where I combined the vellum piece with the label piece and the oval piece that has been used vertically this time. I love that bunny. Isn't she sweet? And I finished it off with all of these tiny shaped stickers. So pretty. I love that one. Here's another one where the flag was used and the oval piece word sentiment. This one, I used 2 chipboards to start off with. See how I have a longish oval piece So I needed a longish vertical piece. Then I added my label piece. Then I added these two stickers, two floral pieces. Finished it off with a clear sticker and a sentiment. This one, I love the foiling on the edge of the oval. So I really wanted to make sure that shines. I put another large chipboard right in the middle this time and added a butterfly, and it says you are ... So the recipient can think you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are fantastic, you are creative, you're a blessing. It's just endless. Now I have this one here. It says happy thoughts. I have this one here where I used double of the oval. So one was a sticker piece, one is a chipboard piece. I made sure to shine the foiled decorative part of the larger oval. I used several florals as well as the goose. Gave the goose the pretty bow. And it says, you dear friend, you always shine bright. Now I have circular pieces to share with you guys. So this was a large circular chipboard. I just added another gold sticker on top. See that bit there? Because I really wanted a gold background for this. Now I want to show you this piece here. What do you think that is? That is actually a horseshoe piece. I'm going to show you where that horseshoe piece is. This one. See that piece there? I tucked that behind the squirrel, and it gave me a hint of green and like a rainbow arch. And I also used clear sticker at the background on top of the gold. And it says cherished. And I love this little piece. This is another circular piece which I did very similar. See, it's a circle chipboard. I added the gold sticker, then layered on top. Special day. This one is a vellum tag piece with the circular chipboard piece. And this is a bear from the, what is it called? Magical Forest. Now, you might be wondering what I'm going to do with all of these. These are excellent pieces to have in your stash. So when you're doing your bigger projects, like for example, gift boxes or mini albums, or you're doing embellishment books, you have plenty to work with. I also want to show you some of my frames that I decorated that became a tag piece. So this is a pink frame that I got from Rosie Studio, and I really wanted the swan to shine. So I added the swan right in the middle of my frame. Then I put the floral behind the swan, added the two chipboard flowers, finished it off with the sentiment in the middle. This one here, I started off by choosing the gold sticker from the Maggie Holmes open book sticker sheet. And then I really had, and I remember that I had this tag piece that was gifted to me. And I think it was Alicia that sent it to me. She had this beautiful layered floral piece in the middle of the tag, which I thought would shine so wonderfully with this piece. So I made sure to show that flower. And I wanted to add this beautiful fox that complements the color so well. I also used the puffy sticker there to accent the middle part of the circle. And then I put thinking of you. Then I also put the mushroom piece from the Magical Forest. And I also added the butterfly here as well. Then, because the bottom part of the tag already had this black floral print, I used the decorative part of the clear sticker here, and I cut it down to fit it behind this frame here. See? And then it looks like as if the floral pattern is continuing to the top. This is a really large rectangular frame. I believe I'm going to be using this as part of a gift box decoration perhaps, or maybe I could put it on a tote bag, or it can be part of a mini album cover, and it says Count Your Blessings. So it's a really large chipboard piece and a large frame and a large house, but I finished it off with a couple of the smaller pieces. I do have a couple more tag pieces to quickly show you. I absolutely love the touches of the gold here and here. This tag piece had a touch of gold there. So having a gold piece of ephemera or sticker piece as part of your cluster, it really does make it special. I also have this one here, which is a smaller one. See how I layer things on top, to the side, to the front, to the left, to the right, and to the bottom. So you've got to look at all your things. One more thing that I do really want to mention for beginner crafters is that, yep, gold is a really beautiful color. But if you use too much gold for your one cluster, your eyes don't know where to go to. It's just too much gold. So you've got to think about how much gold you are adding. So this is a pretty solid gold piece. So using a piece that has gold, but not as in your face type of gold, like this, like just as a little texture, that is fine. But if you put a gold, if you start off with a gold color tag, and then you add more things on top that's more gold, I really do not recommend that. It's a little tip I want to share. This one here, I have touches of the gold here and a little touch of gold here. And I use the oval piece with the boy holding the flag that says, "Oh, my darling, you're like a sunshine on a cloudy day." This one here, I had some purple pieces that I wanted to use. And I had also had this word, which is from KS Craft. It says inspire. And I shared this one here, you guys, on my Instagram story because when I completed it, I loved it so much. I started off with a large floral chipboard. Then I added my large butterfly sticker. Then I made the little cluster separate, and then I added it on top of the large butterfly. And this one here, it says crafty. It was a large sticker piece that I turned it into this so I can use it as a packaging. So another thing I want to mention is that you can turn these into tag flips easily by adding your embellishment cluster to a tag, right? You can easily do that because this, when I started, it wasn't for a tag, but it became a tag. You see what I mean? And then this was a cluster I made itself. Then I thought, how about I add it to a tag and it became a tag. Then you have tag pieces to turn them into tag flip. Then you also have larger clusters that you can use as part of your embellishment packaging as well, or to add to your bag toppers, bases and things. I have all of these goodness ready for me to use. I am going to be doing Valentine's crafting pretty soon when I receive my next lot of KS Craft design team package, and I am super excited to be creating with them as well. Thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you so much for leaving me such kind, beautiful comments that really cheers me up. Every single time I read those comments, it just makes me so happy. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye for now.